Hello and welcome to another Dominion League match. This is my second of the season, and I'm playing against wmorrison, who I don't think I've played before. And we've got a Shaman board with Hermit, Amulet, and Treasure as additional trashing. The only plus buy is from Herb Gatherer. That's pretty gross. But there is Horn of Plenty, so maybe that doesn't really matter. Plus actions are pretty limited. And as such, draw could be limited, although Sheepdog... You can potentially play a bunch of Sheepdogs. Getting Hermit early seems like a good idea in any case. We have the Butterfly... That's... be interesting. Yeah, well, let's get a Hermit, and then the question is, do we go double Hermit? Do we go Hermit Amulet? Hermit Shaman? Obviously, if we have Collision, we're going to prefer to have gotten the Shaman, but... yeah, Amulet has the potential to do more trashing. I am kind of leaning towards that as well, yeah. Okay. Not the greatest distribution here. I would like to be able to buy a Shaman. I don't think that's worth not trashing. I mean, it's definitely not worth not trashing. So they do kick an Herb Gatherer. Yeah, I don't really think I believe in Herb Gatherer. Oh, they didn't take an... a madman. Interesting. I think I do want a madman. I want to be able to get to Horn of Plenty. And we get to do that. So I'll just take another Sheepdog. I suppose at some point we will want a merchant camp. I wonder, should we butterfly this Sheepdog into a flagship? Well then... Oh. Right, we can just play it now. That's nice. Probably just take that, all the Sheepdogs. And now... we will want at least one merchant camp. I guess I'll take a shaman here, though, and trash, rather than trying to hit 3. I wonder if we should take a silver here. We have 3 sheepdogs in hand. Also, quite possibly, we butterfly a sheepdog to a flagship and then get it back. Oh, we don't need to gain a silver, right. So we could just stop here and do, as I was saying, hermit for the sheepdog. Or we could go one more and see if we draw another one. I think I'm going to go for that option. Dang it. Well, it's fine. We can just buy flagship if that's what we want. I guess we get another horn. Do we actually want a flagship? I was kind of like just assuming that we did, but You could argue for getting another merchant camp. The terminal space situation is, or like not the draw situation doesn't make that super favorable. Yeah. Let's try it. Oh, right. We're always going to be able to activate the sheepdogs. I keep forgetting. Yeah, maybe even we should have focused harder on getting them early rather than taking that. Because I wasn't thinking about the fact that we would like 100% of the time get to activate sheepdogs, at least in our starting hand. Maybe it was a mistake to go for the madman early, actually, and not just take even more sheepdog. Well... I get to play one of these terminals anyway. It would be nice to have the flagship in play. We didn't find our merchant camp. That's part of the problem. We're gonna play one of them. It should probably, if we're not gonna play the flagship, we should play the amulet, because it gets out of play. I think that does make sense, more than playing the flagship. All right, maybe now we do take one more merchant camp. One more horn. I don't know, how much can we really expect to draw here, but I don't have better ideas. The awkward thing about the merchant camp is we don't want to top deck it because then we can't have sheepdog top decked. Or, well, it's one slot in which we cannot have a sheepdog top decked. But on the other hand, we want the actions, so... Yeah, I could see like 3-ish horns being about as much as we could possibly hope to utilize. Sorceress. Whoa. Why would that matter? Oh, because they wouldn't have had it otherwise. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. I'm super excited to take another card here. Honestly. Um... We need more uniques, too. I mean, we have the flagship. Right, we have 4, 5, 6 right now. The flagship would get us to 7, Shaman would get us to 8. And so in theory, we have enough. Hmm. Um... We don't have a silver in our deck. I guess we could take a silver. Seems okay. How do we feel about taking a sorceress or 2? You know, a treasure would be able to pull Horns of Plenty out of the trash. Oh, but not with the right timing. Hmm. That's too bad. We just take 2 sorceresses. I don't think I want to buy anything. Or top deck the merchant camp. Another one down here, and we want to see the sheepdogs. Non-command card. Wondering... I mean, I guess we could take Amulet for coins. We don't really do anything with the coins this turn. It'd be nice to leave the flagship in play, but then... Oh, no, we can do that. No, we can totally do that. Okay, right. Yeah. Yep. Yes, we can do that. We take 2 more sorceresses. We open up Sybil, but odds that they get like 3 of them aren't very good. I don't know. Maybe we should... Would it be worth... I want to buy a Sybil. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we do it like this. I think I'm not going to top deck again. Could be a mistake, but we're going to get a flagship, this sheepdog at least, and then draw 4 cards, so we're very likely to see our merchant camp. I'm going to have... With these sorceresses, my guesses are going to be, like... Want a state? Because you have a hermit? Sure, that makes sense. Maybe we can get all the Sybils. We played like 3 sheepdogs last year, so we do have another one down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do want to get more Sibyls. But I think we can afford to do that. All right, we have an estate in our discard, so we want to play the Hermit first. And gain what with it? I don't know. Oh wait, we don't have an. Oh, that card's an estate. Oh shit, that's info. Okay, well, at least we know. At least we know. Oh, but then we. Dang it! Oh, I done goofed. All right. Maybe we just take another amulet. We only have the one. I don't know. Yeah. Now we don't have any merchant camps in those 11 cards. I think we gotta top deck one of them. Alright, well we got 3 Sibyls. That's pretty good considering we didn't even have the Herb Gatherer. Okay. Top deck Horn. Bottom deck Copper. Okay. Thank you. This game was going to take a while to reach its conclusion, but I do think I was ahead. Oh, man. Oh, hey, we get to be player 1 now. Amazing. I'm not really sure why I was ahead, to be honest. Okay. We've got Sentry, Sanctuary, Trashing. We got Border Village, Gaming stuff, Grand Market, Sheepdog again. We're probably going to want to open with at least 1 silver. The question is, do we open double silver, or do we open with some sort of terminal? There's actually some merit to opening Vassal here. So like there's not a lot of demand on our terminal space in the long run. Vassal cycles, Vassal doesn't draw Sentry dead. So I think I like Silver Vassal actually. Alright, get a Sentry. We could potentially consider, if we hit 5 again, getting Sanctuary instead of Sentry, because that it sort of plays nicely together rather than relying on the Sentry to hit stuff. And we do. And we do. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Sanctuary. I mean, you could argue for Lab, too. Well, obviously you could argue for second Sentry. Sanctuary does also give us plus buy, which isn't super relevant right now, but I think I'm going to take the Sanctuary. This could be a really good turn if... No, okay. Let's just get a lab, I think. I wasn't thinking about the fact... I guess we would have triggered a shuffle anyway. Alright, do we want a draw card or do we want another Vassal? I mean, Vassal Sentry works pretty well together. We're going to get draw from labs. And we're also not going to have a ton of stop cards. I think I like getting another Vassal, actually. Okay, we got the lab on top, so this works well. Also, Vassal will help us hit Grand Market. Alright, 8 coins. How much do we care about having a border village? An interesting question. Our last card is another Vassal. I mean, it is good to have the border village. I'm just wondering, like, would we actually rather have, like, Lab Vassal? I mean, it's a little bit risky, but not too bad. I'm thinking maybe we're just never going to take Lost City either. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Wow, 3 dead cards? Damn. So we do have another copper down there. So I think what we do... We discard this Vassal, we play the Sanctuary. Well, Nah. We have enough for the Grand Market. We play the Sanctuary, we draw the other Vassal. No, we don't have a copper, we have a silver. Okay. So if we play Vassal right now, we either get Vassal, Vassal, Silver, or Vassal, Vassal, Vassal. If we get Vassal, Vassal, Silver, we can't... Yeah, I think we need to discard this. And play Sanctuary. Aha! Alright, now 6... We'd have 11... So we could... Instead of getting Grand Market, we could get, like... Get what? Actually, never mind. Yeah, I think we just take the Grand Market. Could argue for Estate for Aqueduct points, but I don't think we're quite that well equipped yet. Okay, so I think what we do is we discard this vassal and the silver. Well, the issue we have is that... No, wait, we discard... We do have one more copper down there, right? Or no, do we? No, I think we don't. I think we only have 2 more coppers. Okay, so if we discard this vassal, leave the silver on top, draw the silver, get that. This last card is... Wait, what is this last card? There's no way for us to play both these vassals anyway, I guess, so... Oh, unless that's a lab. Okay. And then we can. We're running into the limits of what we can accomplish without a village in our deck. I'm wondering if we should take one here instead of a Grand Market. We could go... Border Village Sentry Double Vassal, maybe? I don't know, that's probably too many, but No, wait, we can't do that. Anyway. Maybe we should just go Grand Market Vassal. Screw it. Like, if we have some unplayed vassals, like, oh well. This is weird, I know. At some point we have to get villages, but like... Maybe at some point we'll have to exile that silver too. Maybe. I mean, ideally I'd like to keep it because it's like reasonable payload, but... When we take a border village, we will take a sentry with it so that we can do more setting up of our vassals. It's just a question of when we're going to do that. It just keeps being more appealing not to. Which is weird, but it's the situation in which we find ourselves. Okay, that's... We haven't seen our 2 treasures. Probably... Okay, now we haven't seen one of our treasures. Uh-oh. Well, we knew this was a risk. Still think getting all of the payload that we can makes sense. Now we only have the silver. Huh. I didn't realize they'd gotten that many vassals. The odds of us just totally stopping on that silver are very low. Maybe we should... No, let's play the Grand Market. Ha 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 ha. Alright, do we want to get rid of the silver? We're gonna have 16 coins versus 18. I think 18 is actually a lot better. So I think we don't get rid of it. All right, Grand Market, and we'll forego a Grand Market to get Border Village Sentry. Okay, yeah, I think I was winning that one too. I'm not really sure why. Like, I mean, first player helps, obviously. Maybe the guard dog wasn't good. Maybe they took Border Village too early. I'm not really sure. I mean, we might have just had better sentry luck too. That certainly can be a thing. When did they take that guard dog? Because they did open Vassal like I did. Hmm. I mean, I definitely agree with my decision to ignore Sheepdog and Guard Dog. All the dogs. Alrighty. Peaceful Cult with rats. I mean, probably you can just trash with the Peaceful Cult directly rather than using rats. As much as that would be funny. Tactician is the obelisk pile. Okay. Yeah, waiting on the initial peaceful cult trash to hit the overgrown estate definitely makes sense. We probably want to do that as well. Do we want to just open with a silver? Probably. What are we trying to do here? Prince does not have any good targets. I guess Courtyard. Tactician deck seems difficult. There is virtual payload, but not like a ton. Yeah, it's probably just... Or maybe we're actually supposed to trash the hovel. Maybe we don't want to trigger a shuffle. What's the timing on this? At the start of your buy phase. So yeah, if we take a silver and we draw the silver, then we do hit 5. But if we don't draw the silver, it's not so good. Whereas if we trash the hovel, they just drew the silver. Man. I mean, I guess we hit 5 the next turn if we don't hit it this turn, so we probably should just do the same thing. But yeah. Alright. I think we take a fishing village now. Maybe it should have just been a courtyard first. I don't know. Yeah, I probably should have. I think I just brain farted there. No, I'll take a courtyard here anyway. Oh no, we bottom decked our contract. Taking gold mine does make some sense because there's a lot of cheap stuff that we want to buy. So even though we don't necessarily want the gold right now, taking a second contract, I can also see the logic for that. But I think I value the gold mine a little bit more right now. Contracted the necropolis, why? Because you do have a courtyard. Alright, now we probably take the second contract. We're just following our opponent. This is annoying. But, like, it's a good time to take a 5 because we don't have plus buy, so... And we don't really want another gold mine, I don't think. And we do want more trashing, so... So that's where we are. Bottom deck the gold mine. Cool. Well, we don't need... I wonder if we should top deck the fishing village. Then we get, like, the effect for 2 turns after this. We don't need it this turn. Another courtyard, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, we probably just need to compete for these courtyards. Ugh, I didn't want to... It's such a waste of my money. But... It is the draw. Well, they have a second gold mine? Oh, no. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this one. They bought barracks? They had time to buy barracks, too? Jeepers. They're definitely going to empty the courtyards. And leave me with not so much draw. I mean, I guess I have 4 of them. It's not great, considering. We can make it a little bit better if we can get a prince, I suppose. We certainly don't need all of this. Do we actually... Let's keep the necropolis for one more shuffle. Because this fishing village is not doing anything right now. I guess we could contract it, but I don't want the contract to miss the shuffle either. I don't want to buy barracks. That feels bad. Prince is a very expensive way to add draw to our deck, but it does add a little bit of draw to our deck. So it might be worth considering. But also, we were probably just lost regardless. Yeah, probably that initial fishing village. I mean, maybe I would have been lost anyway, just on grounds of being second player and bottom decking my contract and them hitting 5 on turn 2, but that initial fishing village buy was bad. I just brain farted there. Should have been a courtyard. Then we split them 5-5, but probably. I mean, it could have changed things, but that's. Yeah, I don't really see what we do to come back here, but I'm not gonna resign as of yet, because do we want to trash the necropolis right now? I'm gonna say no. Alright, let's get another. Well, we could get the prince. If we want to do that. Huh. Yeah, why not? Might as well try. I guess it'd be interesting also to prince the Necro rather than trashing it. That's sort of like draw, because it means we don't need as many fishing villages to support our stuff. They are taking a lot of gold. That probably will pay off. I, however, am not going to do that right now. Oh no. Oh wait, maybe this is actually fine. We contract the prince. We're guaranteed to see either a courtyard or the necropolis. Wait, does the contract ever get cleaned up though? Surely it does, because it's not. Right? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do it anyway. Like, we're already gonna lose, so who cares? Do we want another fishing village? I guess we probably want one more. Oh no, we already took one more, didn't we? No, we didn't. Okay. Oh, wait. I guess I don't know how this works. It's not monastery. By this, I mean the interface. Wait, I have 3 favors. I can't. Wait. Oh! Never mind. Jeez. Alright. So yeah, we could get another gold mine instead of a fishing village. Does that make more sense? Doesn't necessarily do a whole lot. I don't know. I think are we gonna care about having 4 buys? Seems a little hard to imagine. I think we just take the fishing village. And since we have the additional fishing village, I think we do contract courtyard and Prince Courtyard and Trash Necropolis. Although we can't Trash Necropolis this turn. Damn it. To guess is an argument for princing the Necropolis? No, it's not. Because then we can't play both of these courtyards anyway. So. Man. This is going to be exciting. We're going to learn things about contract imprints. I'm excited. Oh, it gets to play it immediately! Incredible. Who knew? I mean, I could have known that if I'd thought about it. Okay. Rip Fishing Village. I guess we should contract something. Probably the gold mine. I guess it doesn't really matter. Now what? Do we take barracks? I mean, we've only got 3 courtyards left in our deck, and we've got 2 fishing villages. Could take 1 more gold mine. I mean, it probably just doesn't matter. I'm also even playing this game so I can see whether the contract stays out. Sure, why not? Let's take another gold mine. No, the contract stays out. Oh. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It also kind of doesn't. It's like, it didn't play it an additional time, right? But... Oh, wait, no, that's the contract for the gold mine. Okay. It's all fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. We're good. We're good. It didn't stay out. Good. I didn't think it should, but I wasn't sure. most likely they're going to be able to like double province this turn, and we're going to be irrevocably behind because we haven't taken any golds yet, and we need to for the payload. But then we're going to have all this debt, and yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll dud at some point. Probably not, though. Especially because they have extra contracts that they can, like, courtyard a good card, contract a good card, and then, like, how do you dud off of that? It is funny that they still have the Necropolis. But I haven't, like, seen fit to replace that with a fishing village. Well, they could now. I mean, they could buy double province fishing village. Yep. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. Just take all the debt. We just top deck their fishing village and contract the courtyard or something like that. All right, I'll trash this. Yeah, look at us go. Look at us go. Do we even want anything, or should we just resign? I don't know. I feel like I had my fun. I should probably just resign. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so let's see. Peasant, Silk Merchant. So that's a couple powerful things right there. Trashing is Hideout and Sacrifice. The draw is Destrier, and then the plus actions are kind of limited, but Peasant probably fixes that problem. Gather... Oh, Gather goes in the wrong order. Oh, that's so upsetting. Why's it gotta be like that? Alright. We should probably take a Trasher. We also want more Peasants, more Silk Merchants. If we see our Silk Merchant next turn, we'll have the 4 coppers. I mean, maybe even if we don't, but... so basically the same money that we do now. I mean, we'll have plus buy. We're not guaranteed to have plus buy. We have plus buy now for sure. So like we could do like Peasant Crossroads right now, and then try to pick up our Trasher next turn, and if that doesn't work out, we just grab like... Well, how could it not work out? We can't only see 2 coppers. All right, now the question is, do we want Sacrifice or do we want Hideout? I'm not actually sure. Like, Hideout gives us better cycling, which is probably the more important consideration when We're trying to upgrade the peasant line, so I guess we'll go with the hideout. You could definitely argue for another silk merchant instead. That does more immediate cycling, but hideout, I don't know. It is nice. It seems like a good opportunity to burn a coffer on a destrier. Does make it harder for us to get gather, but gather isn't as good as I would like anyway. Oh wait, actually, you... Oh no, you can't even get a frickin' destrier off the fire because it... Oh, that's so frustrating. You get the 3 and then it costs 5, and then you get the 4 and then it costs 4. Jesus. What else could we do? We could just buy a silk merchant. Now, if you've already gained a card that turn, then obviously the situation changes. But you get it as the 4. You gain 2 cards. No, then it doesn't work again. Anyway, so we could take another silk merchant instead. We could also take wheelwright, which is interesting. Oh, there's a lot of ways to go here. I think I just want the destrier. I don't know, maybe I should be saving that coffer for gather, but... They're going to buy gather. Get Market Square Silk Merchant and I guess wheelwright. Oh, I guess you could take hideout or sacrifice. Swamp Hag. That's unexpected. Alright, I'm just going to take another peasant here. We bottom decked our crossroads. I hope... Oh, okay. Man, there's swamp hags. I am really surprised. Do we care about saving our villager enough? No, I don't think so. Alright, so this is all of our travelers. We're going to have a disciple, we're going to have a fugitive, and we're going to have a soldier. So we could totally take another peasant here. We just go silk merchant, peasant. Yeah, I think so. Dupe. 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 Took Swamp Hag and then trashes Estate to Curse. Okay. Gains a card they bought. This would be a good turn to take Gather or Training, I guess. Well. That might not be possible. I kind of want to wheelwright. I don't think I need another peasant, right? Like, we each have a fugitive. 3 disciples left. I have a soldier, they don't. So that soldier becomes the other disciple, and then the peasant becomes a soldier. And I mean, I guess we could use another soldier at some point, but it doesn't seem remotely urgent. So I think, well, not to mention we don't want to take 2 curses. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a wheelwright and eat a curse for it. Ooh. I think we discipled Destrier here. Discipling Silk Merchant's obviously good too, but... Oh, the Super Crossroads. Let's go. Thinking about trying to wheelwright the Silk Merchant. Alternatively, wheelwright the Destrier. Wait a minute. This is going to screw up the gather thing? Or we don't have the money for gather anyway, I guess. We would. Whatever. We'd only get 1. Oh, oops. Why did I think that was an estate? I have 3 estates. Why did I think that? The other thing we could do is train here. The big problem with that is mostly just that they're going to play Swamp Hag at some point, and then we're... But we can buy Gather on that turn. Yeah, let's train Destrier. Fugitive Disciple. Exchange Fugitive for Disciple. Exchange Soldier for Fugitive. No. Oh. Boy, do I regret playing that last Destrier. That was just... Should I even disciple this Crossroads? I guess I probably should. Second Crossroads isn't gonna hurt too much. Probably. I just trash it with Hideout, I guess, if we don't want it. Disciple the Wheelwright? Or the Silk Merchant? I think the Wheelwright... I'm going to take 1 more Peasant. We can turn that into a Soldier. And then Silk Merchant to Destrier. Oh. Well... Alright, so, just to double check. When you gain a card you bought, so, you buy Gather. Gather... Market Square... Silk Merchant... I mean, I guess we could take a Swamp Hag. Just to be annoying. Yeah, I guess why not. Take a Destrier that comes with a curse. Yeah, I think so. Alright, can we... Default keep Disciple... Default keep Soldier. We have 2 Crossroads in the deck, so we're discarding Copper here. That wasn't... clear. Could they just buy the rest of the Destriers? 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Oh, there's 5 of them. Never mind. Wow. Yeah, and then you gather. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. On the other hand, they didn't. Yeah, okay. Let's just go ahead and disciple the Destrier. Yeah, I'll just play the Crossroads now. And wheelwright. Wheelwright for a Destrier. Or a Silk Merchant. We just end the game this turn? We have the buys? Probably not. But, well, there's also the wheelwrights. We could take more wheelwrights. Obviously, we trash the curse. We get a gold, sure. All right, we got all of our estates. Now we disciple Silk Merchant. I'm going to be wheelwrighting these Destriers. 4 buys. All right, discarding Swamp Hag for wheelwright. Wheelwright, discarding wheelwright for wheelwright. Wheelwright, discarding Swamp Hag for wheelwright. Wheelwright, discarding wheelwright for wheelwright. Wheelwright, discarding Swamp Hag for wheelwright. Wheelwright, discarding whatever for Silk Merchant. And that's the piles, and anyway, you can get some provinces and not attack. Wee! Spin, spin, spin. All right. We got some draw on this board. We got some trashing. We've got the potential for plus buy. The reality, you know, could be a little trickier, but the potential is there. And there's potentially a lot of pickaxe targets with gold from the chest, which you can set up with like hunting parties in capital cities. So that all looks pretty promising. 5-2. Oh, there's also Way of the Chameleon, which means you don't have to draw cards with Swashbuckler, which means it's easier to activate. I think I want a remodel. Remodel silver. Remodeling into farmhands is nice. Remodeling into conspirators is a thing. Also, menageries. And pickaxe isn't as good at trashing estates anyway. And then the silver can be pickaxed. Okay, well, totally taking a farmhands here. Play that copper. Didn't need to. I guess that was a given, wasn't it? We could do it again to get a silver in play. to help us hit 5. We could also just take a swashbuckler and another farmhands and like set up for that stuff. Coming up here, we have. I guess the issue is we aren't. If we draw the pickaxe, we can't hit 5 unless we don't trash. Hmm. We could farmhands a copper and buy a menagerie. Oh, there's also an estate down there. Yeah, all right. Trash is a menagerie. Ugh. So rude. Yeah, that first farmhand should have been. I don't know what it should have been, actually. Okay. I think we want hunting party. I kind of want to keep the estate for the remodel and just trash copper here. I guess we'll take a menagerie. Yeah, we might be behind here. Okay. This should draw our estate and our pickaxe, right? Oh, menagerie. Right. Okay. Doesn't really. I can't justify. Oh, we could activate menagerie by remodeling into farmhands again. That's fun. That's a neat trick. And then we can hit 5. I think I'd rather have the menagerie in my deck than the farmhands. I think I'm gonna. Oh shoot! I had coppers down there. What? Oh, hunting party. I just missed that the hunting party discarded 2 coppers. Well, crap. Oh well. Okay. I do kind of want a swashbuckler, but probably not what I should take. I wonder if I should just take Menagerie Silver and then, or double Menagerie rather, actually, and then plan to remodel and pickaxe rather than buying 5s directly. Makes better use of my money. Oh, they got an artist. Why would you need artist on this board? I don't know, maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason. So we can also pickaxe another farmhands instead of menagerie, if that makes sense. Oh, we're definitely playing that menagerie. And that menagerie. And then we remodel farmhands and play the other menagerie? Oh, wait, there we have the copper here. Okay, okay. What do we even have down there? Prize goat, which we will draw if we chameleon this hunting party. I mean, I think that makes sense. And then we remodel menagerie into... Well, we might as well play this farmhands. We remodel menagerie into... I mean, should we just take a conspirator? Let's get some money out of it. Capital City... We'd still get 1 coin off of that, effectively. Or, well, we could just not draw it and... Oh, we can get 3 coin... No, we can't. We have all these coppers. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Well, we probably should have done this chameleon to a menagerie earlier in the turn, actually. I guess I'll take the conspirator. Okay. So that spell scroll. That's not really what I wanted, but I guess we'll turn it into another conspirator. I mean, conspirator's fine. Okay. Would like a capital city and a swashbuckler. Does that actually... Do we actually expect that to work? I think so. We're gonna have trouble feeding this remodel, I guess. The fact that we didn't get more plus buy, part of the reason. I wonder if we should just chameleon this first farmhands. Like, I don't... probably not. It probably doesn't make sense. Oh, they just dudded? Wow. Oh, maybe we're not losing. Okay, there's the swashbuckler. Do capital city, discard that, and then we chameleon the swashbuckler. And then I wonder if we just pickaxe the remodel for now. We can gain another one later. Guess we get the same amount of coins by playing the menagerie normally versus not. The only thing we could do is start remodeling coppers into estates and then like turbo remodeling. I mean, we've got the prize goat, but oh, we've got the hunting party here, right? Okay, so how do we do this? We remodel a copper. Play the hunting party. We have 2 coppers down there. We won't draw one of them unless we remodel it first, and then we'll have 3 cards. We'll draw 2 of them, and then it's hard to avoid leaving a bad card on top of the deck, is what I like, while also getting value out of both of these. I don't see a good way. Well, the other thing is we need something to pickaxe. Because we need more plus buy. I think that's got to be the remodel. I think that's all there is to it. All right, fine. Should we just start provincing? Maybe we should take a bit more draw. Draw can always be payload. Always be payload. I mean, we could take a province, go like capital city, hunting party province is what I was thinking. Oh, but we don't want to dip into the coffer reserve. Yeah. Maybe... Maybe another swashbuckler. Whoa, farmhands to remodel. Incredible. Soon we're going to want to pick a remodel back up so that we can remodel loot into province. But... like, as soon as this buy phase, I mean... I guess we start with hunting party here. We don't have any more capital cities to draw. We skip farmhands, that's whatever. We even have a second farmhands at this point? Sure. Yeah, we do. Okay. All right. Went from having a dud to having a better turn than I was expecting. Maybe I went from overestimating to underestimating them. I mean, if they were to just double province here, I think... okay, they're not. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'd be able to beat that, but... Alrighty. Capital city or farm? Let's play capital city, I guess. Do we want to play one of these swashbucklers normally? I guess so. Ah, shit, we need plus actions. I guess we can... another capital city, though. We can get to our other capital city and it's fine. Oh, we have another farmhands. That's right. Okay. Okay. we play the conspirator normally, and then we play the menagerie this way, and the hunting party this way. Oh. Yeah. Well, whatever. Oh, that's not bad. All right, we've got 3 coffers. We can get the... we probably should get that remodel back. And then double province. And 1 more menagerie that we can then turn into loot. We now have the threat of remodeling province to province in addition to loot to province. So, like, if they take very many provinces here, I think we're actually, like, we're threatening. We were threatening triple last turn off the basis for payload there. And we'll have more coffers this turn. So, like, we could get triple province and Milla province. And that's without accounting for, like, pickaxing for loot. So that's, like, a lot of reach. It's not 5 provinces of reach, but we also had an unplayed copper. So, like, we had 24-ish again, and then 5 coffers. And then we get another loot. Actually, we might have 5 provinces of reach. Might only barely. And we do have these provinces that we added to our deck, so that might decrease our payload, but... Oh, art, that's why you get artist. Uh-huh. Okay. That's fair. Do they still have a remodel? No. They don't now, anyway. Yeah, so what do they do? Ideally, they make it easy for me and just take 3 provinces. But assuming that's not what they're going to do, they take like 5 duchies. I don't know if I would expect them to draw after that. They still have that much copper left, and they do have a figurehead in play. They have 1 hunting party in their entire deck. And apparently not many menageries either. Not exactly the most reliable of decks. Are they gonna take more provinces? I mean, if I can get 4 provinces, I don't really, and if they don't take any more provinces and then I can get 4, I don't really care if I can't delete the 5th. Like I'm 1, but not entirely clear that I can do that. All right, let's lead with hunting party. Alrighty. We'll play a farm hands. Menagerie, sure. Again. I guess we play Swashbuckler at this point. And then you might as well play Conspirator. Is that true? Maybe that's not true. Discarding for cards actually do anything here? I think maybe it actually doesn't, but whatever. It's not going to hurt anything. So we have... So we should play like Million Hunting Party now that we know we have something. Oh, right. Okay. Forgot we had this down here. All right, so we have 2 provinces and a coffer down, or copper rather. So we want to do this. Do this. That's very nice. All right, how much money do we have? 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 30 is the other way of describing that. 2, 23, 24, 30. Yes. So we... If we pickaxe the capital city, and we're leaving 2 provinces on top, but I mean, what if we just... I mean, remodel province to province has got to be good, right? I guess it'd be better to just take 4 provinces. We remodel shield to province, and then we have a little. Yeah, I think. $22, $23, $26, $29, $30. Well, we can hit 32 by just discarding remodel province. Nothing else. At which point, we could just pickaxe the remodel. Or we... I can't figure out a way to quite get all 5 provinces. I really don't think it matters. I think we just do remodel shield. No, remodel prize goat to province. Yeah, I don't think there's a way back for this for them in any case. You could definitely accuse me of playing that overly slowly, but I was just trying to figure out if there's any way I could just straight up end the game. But like, down by 30 points, they would need so many duchies. They would need all the duchies in a province just to tie, and their first player. I don't think there's any way they've got that much firepower. Certainly I will be surprised if they do. I wonder if I already have it in hand just off of like drawing with like, yeah, I think I do. If I just do this. Oh, oops. Okay. It was no info undo anyway. All right, last one. I did click the button, right? You all saw it. And by you all, I mean not anyone who's watching this live, but okay, so we've got Tomb, Cathedral, and Fortress. Wow. Well, we're gonna open Cathedral, surely. Oh, and Collection. And then of course there's Souk. It's gotta be Cathedral open. And then we can trash over an estate and potentially still hit 4 if that's what we care about. Or do we just want a silver? I mean, we do want to hit 5. We'll hit 5 pretty soon by, like, just getting rid of our shelters, but hitting it faster certainly has some merit. Yeah, let's get the silver. All right, first 5. I'm gonna say Collection. Hard to go wrong with Collection. Now we can take a Fortress, or we could take a Remodel. We don't have... Like, we don't need a Fortress yet. Remodel the silver into a Collection, if nothing else. And then we get a Fortress, and then we start remodeling the Fortress. Yeah, I think we take the Remodel. We just take Collection here, I think so, because next turn we're gonna have Collection, Remodel, Copper. So I guess we're not going to play the Remodel, and we're just going to buy a Fortress. Yeah, I think that means this is Collection. A little sad we didn't collide the Remodel with the silver, but Oh. Unless we want another silver, we might as well remodel into like a state. Hmm. Do we want another silver? I'm gonna say not especially. We want to trigger a shuffle here. Maybe also not especially. And you can play so many collections here, except for the part where you can't draw. But like, Crown collection and then Scepter collection. If you could draw, oh man. I don't think it makes sense to trigger a shuffle here. It's just like doesn't do anything. Damn it. Oh no, no wait. This is well, I guess it's fine. We'll just remodel another copper and buy a fortress. I guess? Yeah. And we could fail to pair remodel with either fortress or silver here, like, again. Well, not... No, we can't. Never mind, because we have another fortress down there. I do want a Souk. I didn't think it made sense to buy one. Although, on the other hand, like, we're gonna have all this... Uh-oh. Alright, is it more important to get more Crown Collection stuff, or do we want to get more fortresses? Get more immediate points, and then we also have more remodel targets. I'm gonna get the fortresses. We just get rid of this silver. We probably should. Means we should just play the fortress. Oh, but then we... Mistake. I mean, I guess that was always going to be a problem. Well, no, because I could have remodeled the fortress and then played the fortress. Damn it! Ah, whatever. Should we get a Souk? Should we get a collection? Because it wouldn't get points if we bought it. Somebody still has a copper, huh? My remodel. Why? I have remodel fortress down there, right? Then I can't crown the collection. Ugh. Jeez. I guess it's fine. We can gain and play. Do we want a Souk or do we want a crown? Or another collection? Take the collection, I guess. Get another crown or a Souk. I don't know if I believe in thing that doesn't give me points. We could buy like a beggar that's worth 4 points and plan to trash it. If we don't see it, that will be annoying, is the thing. Is it worth it? It's probably not. Is it insane to play with Outpost here? Like, you get more turns at the cost of maybe you have to trash some good stuff because you don't see a fortress. But how likely is that? Wait, you trash the Souk, but I guess they don't want the Souk anymore, huh? Interesting. Alright, so the funny thing we could do is crown the remodel and just trash the fortress twice. But I think it makes more sense not to do that. I think I'm gonna do, well, you have to play the Outpost is the one thing. And that does take up a stop card. You know what isn't necessarily a stop card is Scepter, because you can Scepter a fortress. This is interesting. You could also Scepter a Crown to play a Souk. You had a Souk left in your hand. Seems like an ambitious thing to achieve, but I don't know. Maybe. At some point, we probably should trash the remodel because it is a stop card and it means we can't like really get 5 collections into play and buy 2 things with collection. Well, I mean, we can always buy a beggar, I guess. So like end game. Yeah, maybe that's fine. Really. It might even be point maximizing, because that way we get the tomb point. I think we just do this. Value. The problem we're going to run into now is how do we end the game? Like, crowns run, okay, and then what? Like, these aren't worth points to gain. To get something. It's gonna get awkward. They might be afraid to take the last crown just because they're behind in points, and like, I'm not really threatening to take 4 collections in one turn though. So yeah, I don't think they needed to be worried about that necessarily. Oh, although I can crown and remodel. What can I draw where I would fail to hit enough? Well, hold on, no, that doesn't. I crown the remodel, I trash 2 collections. I crown the two fortresses into collections. I crown the fortress. I draw 2 cards. There's no way that I can buy 2 collections. But it still probably makes sense. Do I want to draw 2 cards, or do I want to just draw 1 card and then crown the collection? Probably doesn't matter. Oops. So we play Fortress? We could draw a Crown. I just need to undo further, that's all. Scepter, Crown, to crown that. Okay. And now we buy triple beggar, I guess. We don't see our remodel, we can't actually... No, that's not true. Oh. If we don't see our remodel, then we should see 10 coins. If we do see our remodel, then we can trash into it. I think we just have this one. Oh! Wait, if they get 8 more points off of beggars, well, then I can empty beggars. We're totally not going to see our remodel. We have 5 cards to get through. I mean, I guess we have all these fortresses that are down there, so maybe we actually do trigger a shuffle. But we don't really like want... Yeah, if they take 1 more beggar, actually, we already have in hand enough to win. So I guess they're supposed to take a remodel? I don't know. I think I just have it. Yeah, okay. Woo! All right. Well, we got back off the mat here after losing 5-1 to Mick, who also beat Zomsraft 5-1. So apparently Mick Sonic might be good at Dominion. Who knew? Nobody probably knew that. But anyway, yeah, definitely happy with that result. I don't know. I don't feel like I super outplayed my opponent or anything, though. I don't. I'm trying to think of any of the games that I won. It was like, oh, I did the better thing and they did the worst thing, and nothing is like jumping out at me that way. I think there's always like little things, like I talked about in the Vassal game, where like maybe there's like a little decision here or there, and then it kind of adds up. But obviously, that can apply to both decision making and to like shuffles and stuff. But yeah, I don't really. Yeah, like I said, I don't feel like I outplayed them particularly, but obviously, I'm very happy with the results and to get back to even for the season. Don't have any more matches scheduled for the moment, I don't think, but I will be playing more stuff at some point. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until then.